ATF sucks. Back with another video. Let's watch a little socialist piggy Che Guevara wannabe talk. In your little bomber jacket and your little patches, and all you need is your little Che Guevara t-shirt, and then you could be just like him and talk bad about homosexuals and how worthless black people are, and talk about your days in the Congo. Okay, let's get on with it. Cool. Yay! We're a bunch of morons that push leftist gun control.
6 minutes and about 20 seconds. In a little over 6 minutes, 17 of our friends were taken from us, 15 were injured, and everyone, absolutely everyone, in the Douglas community was forever altered.
I remember a time in my childhood where our nation was altered.
Everyone who was there understands. Everyone who has been touched by the cold grip of gun violence understands.
I remember a time where our nation was touched by the cold grip of terrorism.
For us, long, tearful, chaotic hours in the scorching afternoon sun were...
Ooh, somebody has a theater degree, or maybe a communications major? Scorching heat, long hours. Okay, well, let me bring my audience back. It was early September, brisk morning, Tuesday, I believe the day.
Spent not knowing. No one
And, you know, it seems that we didn't know what was going on either. It was, after all, just the morning time. I digress.
Understood the extent of what had happened. No one could believe that there were bodies in that building waiting to be identified for over a day.
Over a day? Take a whole day. You know, I can remember a time that we would go through plane wreckage and building rubble for months on end because we couldn't believe that there were bodies still under it.
No one knew that the people who were missing had stopped breathing long before any of us had even known that a code red had been called.
You know, there were people that were killed on impact in 2 World Trade Centers, and nobody knew the extent of it. They had Boeing 767s carrying 20,000 gallons of combustible jet fuel come in their office windows.
No one could comprehend the devastation.
What are you smiling about, huh? Oh, it's so fun. I'm a little communist piggy.
Aftermath, or how far this would reach.
You know, there was a time on that Tuesday morning that we didn't know how far it was going, because 18 minutes after 8:45, a second Boeing 767 crashed into another one of the towers.
Or where this would go. For those who still can't comprehend because they refuse to, I'll tell you where it went. Right into the ground, 6 feet deep.
You know, there's another thing that reminds me of 6 feet deep. Oh yeah, when a Boeing 767 carrying 44 passengers against their will, traveling at hundreds of miles an hour, crashes into the ground in the cold September morning in Pennsylvania. It tends to travel a little deeper than 6 feet, princess, my little communist piggy.
6 minutes and 20 seconds with an AR-15, and my friend Carmen would never complain to me about piano.
Yep. 19 hijackers with box cutters and inferior capabilities by modern means were able to take 4 commercial airliners without resistance. And yes, nearly 3,000 people could never, while they sat in their office chairs in the 60th floor of the World Trade Centers, while the Men and women working in the Pentagon, stifling through bureaucracy, paperwork of government letdown. They had a Boeing 767 carrying 20,000 gallons of combustible jet fuel with, I don't know, like 60 some people on board, land in their freaking lap. You little leftist pig. I want to suck the toe of Daddy Stalin. I want to lick the nutsack of Vladimir Lenin. I'm a Che Guevara wannabe. Listen, I can bring more emotion out of my morning bowel movement than what you are displaying to your audience. This is nothing more than emotional masturbation that you're blowing all over your audience face like some grotesque video on Pornhub. Good job, you worthless troll.
No practice. Aaron Feist would never call Kira Miss Sunshine. Alex Schachter.
You know who else wouldn't call anybody Miss Sunshine? The firefighters that kept going up the stairs. They would, that a building collapsed on them. A building collapsed on them. You know, they would never get to see their sunshine, their daughters and their wives. You worthless pig.
Would never walk into school with his brother Ryan.
You know who else wouldn't get to walk into school and see their children graduate? The men and women that died on that died on the planes when they impacted buildings or the ground on 9/11, because they were taken over by box cutters, because this trash can leftist agenda country that's been disarming people for nearly a century, this protection state that we call the free America, that we're supposedly free. Although if we only had maybe armed air marshal that day, maybe only if we had armed civilians that day, only maybe if we had an armed pilot that day, we wouldn't have let 19 worthless scumbag hijackers take 4 commercial airplanes and nearly kill 3,000 of our own people. But no, leftist scumbags like you are the reason for these attacks, because you disarm good people, you evil little troll.
Scott Beagle would never joke around with Cameron at camp. Helen Ramsey would never hang out after school with Max. Gina Montalto would never wave to her friends.
Oh, it's so funny. Look at me on camera. Ah, it's so funny. I'm a little piggy too. Oh, you worthless scumbag. Oh, I'm on camera.
Joaquin Oliver would never play basketball with Sam or Dylan. Elena Petty would never. Kara Lugren would never. Chris Hickson would never. Luke Hoyer would never.
Go wipe them alligator tears off, you theatric major.
Marquine Duque Aguiano would never. Peter Wang would never. Alyssa Al-Hadaf would never. Jamie Guttenberg would never. Meadow Pollock would never.
There you go. Stand there like a little socialist soldier that you are. Now she's just going to have a moment of silence all the way up through 6:20 something. And then she's going to have a little bell, like classical conditioning. There it is, Pavlov's dog.
Since the time that I came out here, it has been 6 minutes and 20 seconds. The shooter has ceased shooting and will soon abandon his rifle, blend in with the students as they escape, and walk free for an hour before arrest. Fight for your lives before it's someone else's job.
Whoa! Clap for me! Oh, clap for me! Look at me! I'm a little Porky Pig communist. Oh, surrounded with armed guards. Oh, you want to see something cool? You want to see a trick here? You worthless scumbag little troll. Look at all these names. Look at all these names. Look at all these names. over almost 3,000 people murdered over a freaking box cutter. Box cutters killed these people, you worthless little troll. You scumbag of America. You worthless walking cum stain. I'm only at K. These are alphabetized for morons like you. I digress. I don't want to get too upset because I'll start swearing and I don't want to offend the children. Your generation should be pro-gun as ever. Letting atrocities happen like this by disarming good people lets things like this happen because, oh, it's for the greater good, it's for the safety of the children, it's for the protection of blah, 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 blah. And all it does is government failed then, government fails now, government always fails its people. So, for all you little socialist trolls out there, I'll leave you with a quote from your freaking founding father, Joseph Stalin. A single death is a tragedy. A million deaths is a statistic. ATF sucks. I'm out of here.